Hi everybody and welcome to K Money Quilting. My name is Regina Casimir. And look what I did. I started to organize that top shelf up there. See all of that? But guess what? It's all down here now. So a couple of reasons why I needed to clear that off. I had been wanting to clear it off so bad, but Thanksgiving is in 2 days, and I was making this pumpkin. I started to make a video of this pumpkin that I'm making, and I can't find oh my gosh, I can't find the top part. So I started to make this stuffed pumpkin, and now it looks like I'm just gonna have to like twist and maybe get a scrap piece of green and tie it around there, maybe at a bow or something. I don't know. But I know there was a leaf thing that went on here, and I can't for the life of me find where I put it. And I thought I knew where everything was. Well, apparently I don't know where everything was, because in that pile I found my ukulele. It'd been sticking out, so some of you might have noticed it before. I found my flute. I'm glad that I cleaned that off, because I'm just going to need my flute in a couple of months here. And there it is. I don't think I would have never knew to look under that pile for my flute. And then I found this. Everybody was on Discord, on Awkward Quilters Discord, and they're talking about Deb's hosting a so-long Winter Kisses, I think, by Bev McCullough. And so I went to buy the pattern, and I was like, ooh, I'm supposed to be, I don't know, by November, and I've already messed that up. But on her website, a lot of her fabric was already, sold out, and so I was gonna have to do some searching. And then I was like, ugh. But then I found this one. It's not Bev McCullough, but it's Christmas. Look, this one is Holiday Flourish Festive Finery Spearmint Color Story Fat Quarters by Robert Kaufman. I don't even remember why I bought this. I bet when I start cutting into it, I'm going to remember why I bought this. But for now, this is going to be used for Winter Kisses, and I hope it's enough. It is 15 fat quarters. So, and now I got to find I got a background now, because I just got my Soft Squares. Soft Squares was having a sale the other day, and they had a 2-yard piece left of their white confetti cotton, so I snagged that, and I just opened it and put it up there so I can use that for background. But let me show you what else I found that I was like going crazy. I found this in that pile, stuff up there. And don't ask me where it came from, where I got it from, because I don't remember. Check this out. Isn't that beautiful? I think they're for pillows. Well, I can't say I think. When I found it, I thought it was for pillows, because there's another one on the back side. So it's a panel, right? Well, I looked it up because it has a selvage. Thank you, Jesus. And it is Wyndham Fabrics presents In the Garden by Mona Luna, a Garden Stars panel. So I looked it up, and sure enough, these are pillow panels. But then I was starting to look at the fabrics when I started to look at those butterflies in the navy blue. And so I started looking at pictures online at the whole collection, and I was like, oh my gosh, I bought that the other day when I went to Wimberley with Rebecca from That Crafty Life and Crystal Hart. We went to a store in Wimberley because they were shutting down, and they had some things on sale. And then there was another quilt shop in Wimberley that also had things on their 30% off clearance. That name of the store is called Fabric Frenzy in Wimberley, Texas. And so, of course, I can't ever buy anything full price. I always have to buy it on sale, or, because full price is too much money for me. But on their 30% racks. Check this out. I had bought some of that blue butterfly fabric. I guess it's a yard, because I usually don't ever buy more than a yard. Yeah, I think it's a yard. Well, let me see what the receipt says. The receipt would tell me. Right? Oh, maybe I bought a yard and a half. Oh, Mom must have bought a yard and a half. I don't know what made me buy a yard and a half. Maybe because it was 30% off. I don't know. Anyway, and then I also bought, they also had this matching piece. Let me find those blue butterflies. See, look, those blue butterflies. That's a hard thing to say. Blue butterflies. And they're flower leaf petals. So I bought a yard and a half of that too. So in my head, I'm thinking that I'm gonna cut these out and, you know, applique them into some squares, and then I probably got this for a border. That's probably why I did a yard and a half. But now, where's those pillow panels I just had? Oh my gosh, don't tell me I just lost those. Oh no, here they are. Now I have this. So I can make a quilt with those flowers, petals, and maybe these as square blocks, or I could make these as the coordinating pillowcases, right? Isn't that cool? I was like, but let me tell you what happened though. When I found this and I started doing some research on this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know I bought this. I remember I bought this. Crystal bought some of this too. I couldn't find it. I was like, where in the world is this? And here I am in my messy room thinking that I know where everything's at. Yeah, I didn't know where this was at, and I was going crazy. I know I bought it. I was looking up and down all of my shelves here. You know, when you wrap up the fabric onto the comic book boards. Well, I have all of that right here, and I was like, there is not there. I don't know where it's at. So I have another pile on this side. I found it. I found the bag. Look at the pretty bag it came in. See, here's the pretty bag it came in. So I found it. So now I'm happy. When am I going to start this project? Who knows? But at least they're together, right? They're one big happy family. They're together. This is spring colors. This could be something for spring. This is definitely gonna stay together because I usually don't buy quilting cotton from quilt shops. You know, I like to pick up all my stuff at thrift stores. But when I do spend money at a quilt store like that, I really try my best to get like coordinating items, because when am I going to be at that quilt store again, or what have you. But let me show you what else I found at that quilt store. I don't know if, have I mentioned before in a video that the peacock is the Casimir family bird. My father-in-law used to have peacocks on his at his homestead, and so I'm guessing that's probably why, you know, my children and my husband, you know, have always loved peacocks because of that. But look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. My first thought, I think, if I remember correctly, was to like make a bag, but they're huge. The peacocks are huge. So I don't know. Maybe a pillow. I just don't want to cut it up now. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I just bought a yard because, you know, the colors were so beautiful and so pretty. So that's the peacock fabric that I bought, and I don't know. It'll probably stay on my shelf for a while before I decide what to do with it. And then I bought this panel because this panel was in the clearance section. I think I only paid, well, I got the receipt here. Where is it? For this panel. Oh, that peacock was 30% off too. And the panel was in the clearance. Oh, here it is. $4.70 for the panel. Yeah, that peacock fabric I only paid $7.91 for the 1 yard, which is still a little high for me, but it was, 30% off. So, but here's the panel that I found for $4. I thought this would make a great, not necessarily a quilt, but a wall hanging. It's green. It's got pretty leaves. It's a tree coming out of the dirt. Seen that? And my daughter is an environmentalist, the one that's in college right now up in Portland. And I thought this might, I think she would appreciate it if I made it into a nice wall hanging, because she's all about saving the planet right now. She's graduating in May with a biology degree, and then she's gonna do her master's with something having to do with it being an environmentalist, or something like that. Anyway, so, and it's got some like gold leafing. I don't know if you can see it. See the pretty gold. It's got some gold leafing, some shiny stuff in there. So I thought that was neat for $4.71, right? It'll get done sometime. Maybe once she has like an apartment of her own, I could just put it and stitch around the leaves and stuff, really easy thing to do there. But anyhow, I just wanted to tell you about my adventures in cleaning off that shelf, and I still haven't found the top to this pumpkin thing yet. I'm gonna have to probably dig in this other pile over here, keep digging. I know that there was a greenery, a piece of greenery for this. I found this it was a panel at a thrift store. Remember those old 80s panels? I'm sure some of you on here are old enough to remember. We used to, I remember my grandma used to buy those panels where you would cut out flowers and make it into a vest, right? And then, or make them into placemats or things like that, or even like stuffed bunnies or aprons, and it was all in a panel. And that was this was in a panel, and I swear that there was some greenery that maybe this got pushed in, and the green leaves came out. I'm gonna find it, hopefully. All right, well, there's Bear. She's looking for a nice place to sleep, and I put her a little no, not there, Mama, on the top one. Go on the top one. Go up there to the top. I found a small little quilted blanket at a thrift store because she likes to lay on my stuff, and so I found that one little piece at a thrift store, and I bought it specifically for her. I need to open it up so that way she's probably looking for it. I just folded it. It's up there. But anyhow, that's Bear. Isn't she pretty? Oh, you like my piggy? My husband bought me that piggy. Well, he didn't actually buy it for me. He bought it for Hank. Hank is my dog. And I'm like, why are you buying him this beautiful pig? I was like, I want it. So I didn't give it to Hank. I kept it for myself. And there it is. All right, everybody. See you all later. And thank you for watching K Money Quilting. Bye-bye.